You can Google it. You got the internet.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, let me just, from what you said, the three things that you said, that sinning is evil, agreeing or seeing sin, continuing sin is evil, but thinking sinful is not evil. Which one of these does a child have as birth that makes him sinful?
Okay, now
I asked him a question.
Nature.
So you just said, wait, I'm sorry, can I speak now?
Okay.
I listened to you. You said that if you are thinking of sin, if you're tempted by sin, that doesn't make you evil. A child doesn't sin, nor does he agree with sin or continue sin at birth. So according to what you said, the child is not sinful. And now you just changed it.
I didn't say all children are not sinful.
What? So children are not born with sin?
I didn't say anything about children.
You're confusing me, bro.
I didn't say
are you
anything
born with sin or not?
Yes.
No,
you are
born with a sinful nature. That's what I would.
Nature.
I would say you're born.
Are you born with sin, yes or no? Are you born with
It
sin?
depends what you mean by born with sin.
So I'm trying to ask you for an answer from that fine line. A child that is innocent, that's born, is he sinner?
Is born with original sin.
So he is a sinner.
So he's a sinner.
Thank you. So you're saying a child from day one is a sinner.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. And let me go ahead. I'm going to listen to you.
There's committing a sin.
Okay.
And the child can't commit a sin at that age. Okay.
Okay.
But he inherited it.
How can you inherit sin? That's like saying that if my father sinned, you would arrest me for it.
And let me make one point about the extinction you're making about killing babies. That was the Old Testament.
The same God, right?
That's right.
You guys were talking about the Old Testament. That's why I brought the Old Testament in.
You can listen to me?
Yes.
Okay. You're talking about the Old Testament. The New Testament changed a lot of the Old Testament. Okay. And do you also agree that God knows everything, and God's all-knowing into the future, into the past?
Are you asking me a question to respond, or am I listening?
I'm asking you a question.
I believe God knows everything.
Including what's going to happen into the future?
Yes.
All right. In the Old Testament, when the babies who were raised like that, and who were going to be, their parents were killed, and they were going to be passed on to, to equally evil parents,
okay.
God knows that. God knew that. Way the children, no, wait till I'm done.
I'm listening.
God knew that way ahead of time. So he said, I know how the children are going to turn out. Kill them.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
That's exactly what God
let me ask you then.
How those children
I listened to you, right?
Yep. Okay.
Now, in the verse here, it says woman, infant, nursing child, ox and sheep, camel and donkey. So are those camels and donkeys also going to be turning out evil?
He's making a
point. So those animals were killed without that.
Don't mind. They
don't mind.
They don't mind. No, because they don't have a soul.
So now what you're saying is that God ordered the killing of infant children, newborn children, and ox and sheep, because he knew that that whole community was going to become evil. Can I finish? Even if the leaders of that community, who according to you were doing evil, were removed, but somehow the genes there were so powerful that even without any elders, with the whole Amalek being destroyed, those children had to turn out evil. To me, that's not a merciful God. To me, killing the animals of that area for no reason, not to eat, not for hunting, not for survival. Let me finish. To me, this is not a just God. To me, in my opinion.
Okay, can I finish?
Please.
Okay, when he said kill all the animals, he was thinking, we don't want to profit. God says, we don't want you to profit anything from these people, from these evil people, or their civilization. Or
again, no matter what did the poor ox or sheep or donkey do? What fault did they have? It doesn't matter. They don't matter.
And they don't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Want God's people. He didn't want his people to profit off of that evil civilization.
All right. Now, is the God of the Old Testament the same God that?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
That's why they call it the New Testament, because it was.
But you do believe in the Old Testament.
What's that?
You do believe in the Old Testament.
Oh, sure. The Old Testament. What the Old Testament is
a different God or same God?
Oh no, it's the same God.
Okay.
Of course, the Old Testament is the confirmation of the New Testament.
Oh, the Old Testament was first, right?
Huh?
The Old Testament was first, right?
Sure.
So you confirm something?
He's saying a weird thing.
Okay. Yeah, he is saying it weird. I'll agree with you there.
What's the word?
I'll tell you.
What's the words for that?
He doesn't know it either. Sorry.
I don't know.
If a man beats his...
Okay, so... the Bible's consistent.
Well, it's consistent, but...
It's consistent. Okay.
Everything.
It is consistent.
Yes, and the New Testament is the continuation.
So the Old Testament says...
everything in the Old Testament led up to what happens in the New Testament.
I got you. And if a man beats his male or female servant with a rod, so that he dies under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he remains alive for a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his property. How do you justify that?
Okay, back then in the Old Testament, a slave was not considered a slave like the Africans who came from Africa.
Okay.
In the Old Testament times, it was actually a generous thing to do.
To beat your servant half to death and not be punished because he's your property?
No, he's your so-called property because he couldn't pay his bills.
So if somebody doesn't pay their bills, they become property and they can...
Listen,
oh my God, are you saying this?
Are you going to listen to me?
Yes.
Are you going to let me finish?
Please.
All right then.
The word is indentured servant.
Indentured servant is what it is back there.
This says...
Let me finish. They called it slave there.
Okay, go ahead.
But it wasn't the slave like you have nowadays.
Go ahead, sir.
Please.
I'm going to let you finish.
Please. Okay, so when they brought in people who couldn't pay their debts, who couldn't, or who lost their house, couldn't feed their family, then they brought these slaves in to work for them.
Okay.
And it was usually for a period of 6 years. On the seventh, sometimes they were freed. Sometimes they were treated so well that many of the slaves said, I want to continue what I have here because I kind of got it made. So the slaves back then were not slaves as the Africans were. So there's a total distinction. And if
you're finished, I will...
I'm not quite finished, no. And if the slave, the master was an SOB and beat his slaves, well, there's a price that he has to pay for that.
No, actually the verse says, if he lives a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his property. So my question now, whether you call them indentured servants or slaves, you beat him half to death so he dies a day later, and you will not be punished because he's your property?
A day later?
A day later, or 2 days. Read, please. Go ahead, you read.
Well, is this the Quran?
This is the Bible.
Okay. Where is it?
It's highlighted right there.
Huh?
Did you want me to read it?
No, I have the answer.
Oh,
okay, great.
So,
please.
The people, the culture was so bad.
Okay.
That was an improvement.
Okay.
That's the reason.
That's your answer. That God saying that if you beat a servant to such a pulp that he dies a day later, you will not be punishment, is an improvement. So you're justifying that as the word of God?
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. I am disgusted, to be honest with you. To me, if you beat a human being, whether you're a servant, whether or not, and he dies a day later, you're responsible. He is not your property. A human being, I'm talking about from the beginning of mankind. That's basic justice. I am not talking about nowadays. Please do not put words in my mouth. I didn't put words in your mouth. I'm not saying nowadays.
I'm just telling you.
No.
Don't be putting words in his mouth.
Thank you.
Put the corn in yours.
So,